Afghanistan has fallen into the hands of the Taliban again. We've actually had to send troops back in to make sure we get everyone out safely. The topic of conversation seems to be, whose fault is it? Is it Trump's fault or Biden's fault? Liz Cheney, a Republican congressman who hates Trump, has come out and blamed him for the debacle, while CNN, the anti-Trump news network, has put the blame mostly on the Biden administration. A friend of mine called me this weekend and asked me, what does it matter whose fault it is? Politics is stupid, he said. Well, he's right about that. Politics is stupid. Most politicians will lie about anything if it helps them politically. But it's important to know who causes failures like the one we're seeing in Afghanistan. While Trump was president, he put in place a plan to get our troops out of Afghanistan. If Biden followed that plan, then it's Trump who deserves the blame. Right? Not so fast. The Trump administration is not in power and doesn't have access to intelligence briefings, so they would have no way to know if they needed to change their plan. This reminds me of when we got the troops out of Iraq. Barack Obama took credit for that when he was running for re-election in 2012.
4 years ago, I promised to end the war in Iraq. We did. I ended the war in Iraq as I promised. In 2008, I promised we'd end the war in Iraq. We've ended it.
Then it got ugly in Iraq, and Obama immediately said that it was George Bush who negotiated the deal to get us out of Iraq, and that he didn't have anything to do with it.
President, do you have any second thoughts about pulling all ground troops out of Iraq, and does it give you pause as the U.S. is doing the same thing in Afghanistan?
Yeah, you know what I just find interesting is the degree to which this issue keeps on coming up, as if this was my decision.
He immediately stopped taking credit when it was no longer politically advantageous. The question I have for those who blame Trump is, why didn't Biden change the plan? Well, I'll tell you the answer. It's because Biden must have thought it was a good plan. We know that Biden ain't afraid to change Trump's policies. Just look at our southern border. Biden changed Trump's plans there, and now it's the worst it's been in decades. Biden changed Trump's oil independence policies, and not only have gas prices been soaring, we're now begging countries that hate us, like Venezuela and Iran, to produce more oil. The fact is, if you can't make the argument that Biden didn't have the power to change our plans in Afghanistan, then you can't blame Trump. Is it just me, or does it seem like everything Biden touches, or doesn't touch in this case, turns to crap? What's happening in Afghanistan is Joe's Saigon moment. He told reporters that it was highly unlikely that the Taliban could take over the country.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
That was just a month ago, and it happened so fast that we had to send troops back in to evacuate our embassy and secure the airport. That's how badly the Biden administration screwed up on this one. There's no other reasonable way to look at it. This is just another failure of this young presidency. And that's the simple truth. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you all would like to support this channel, check out the links in the description, and let's keep putting some common sense back into the great debate.